But I mean, look, Francis, welcome back to Nicardo Media House with the Morning Insider Show. You don't know, they have to chop it up freestyle, just run it on top of our head today. Talk about the big game coming up on Thursday and looking ahead too. The second leg, what's ahead of us. You understand? But I mean, Francis, welcome back over here again on the platform. People, remember, this is Next Up Sports. Francis, yeah, doing really good. Videos after videos after videos after videos. Him team not really do so good. Maybe him dip on some Panadol right now. You understand? But when they have to talk about EPL, when they have to talk about the reggae boys, the homeland, welcome to Jamrock. The boys in Kingston on Thursday, the home of Bob Marley. Yeah? I mean, look, Francis, Wagwan.
What's up, man? Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thanks again to all Nicardo Media House supporters and fans, man. Definitely appreciate being back on the platform. Talking football, talking what we love. And yeah, we're not talking about the Gunners right now because I don't know what's going on with them.
Hey.
Oh, God.
Yo.
We're here to talk about this roster that, Steve McLaren is feeling confident with going into these two games with the US. Clearly, he feels confident to be selecting these players.
He should feel comfortable with this roster. Let's chop up the roster and then we move on from there with Steve McLaren. But I mean, the roster that he select, look, he got the man that he wanted. Not the main one, but he got the prep chef. The prep chef is Isaac Hayden. The main chef is Mason Greenwood. Not yet, but he got the man in the middle, the man that he think that can solve the missing pieces for many years. reggaeboyz fans have been looking for. What you gonna say?
I disagree with you slightly. And this is why I love football. I disagree with you slightly.
Come in, deviate it.
All right, here we go. The prep chef.
Yeah.
And I don't really like to call him the prep chef. Yeah. I'm gonna say like the morning chef.
The morning chef.
Because he sets it up for the afternoon. The morning chef.
Yeah.
Isaac Hayden. Set things up.
So,
yeah. You have
so Mason Greenwood is the business chef.
No. Hold on. No. The main chef.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Ravel Morrison. Right? Then you have the executive chefs, which is Leon Bailey and Mason Greenwood.
Whoa. So
they huh?
Them are a sous chef?
No, he's on the second line. He's a line cook. Line cook.
Oh, see?
No disrespect, Damari. No disrespect.
Yo, man, like that.
He's on the line, man.
Yo, he's on the line. He's getting minimum wage on the line.
Hey,
he's a line manager.
Saudi ain't paying him that minimum wage, I tell you that.
Hey, he's getting like 8 million for the 4 years that he's there for. So never ever would I get that contract in England. Never. I mean, but look, Francis, man. But we look at this roster, how we chit-chatting, Isaac Hayden is in the team finally. I don't know how that man getting passport so quick, but he got it. Kudos to Pika and whoever is behind the scene. You understand? Kudos to them, but I mean, Leon is back, quite a few injury, Bobby Reed is out, personal issue, the Mary Gray, we don't know what his fitness issue is. I don't know if you heard that. Look at news, talking about Ethan Pinnock, he's carrying a little knock. We don't know what is going on with him, if he's going to feature, but let's talk about everything what's ahead of us, the squad. Regular suspect, Amari Bell is back, after went out in the last window with an hamstring injury. So our main key piece is in, but Mikel Antonio accumulate too much yellow cards, so he will be missing. Big BOYZ, the man they call Rima Jesus, is back. So Tariq McGee, the little magician, is in the middle. Same way. So quite a few, the journey players are there, the fringe players are there, and the real McCoy are there again. What to expect from this squad, Francis?
Well, definitely congratulations to Bobby Reed. It's been reported that Bobby Reed is expecting a child during this international window, so he got to be there for the family first as well. So big up to Bobby Reed. Hopefully everything is good with you and your little one that's coming into the world. Prayers going out for Bobby Reed, the one liquor engine that could. Now, if you watch cartoon, you know what that is. The little engine that could. But listen, man, the lineup is definitely it's a bit of a mystery, and the reason why I say it's a mystery because it's not going to look anything like the September team, and it's not going to look anything like the October team. That's what is so amazing. Those 4 games and these 2 games are going to be completely different based off whatever you seen in those 2 games. Fling with that because we got new flavors.
When I use record and dance again. Okay, I use the phone.
It's the phone now.
When I use record and cassette again, when the tape where you feel weed, but the tape where they look up.
Yeah.
When I use that again, so them 2 home games that we play where we score the goals, with the Honduras game where we no shot on target. When I use that again, that a old tape, that dash with brand new pitch with the fan today. The ball and them are back as the TJ say, Bala, Leon, Bailey, drop it again.
It's back.
Yeah.
Leon Bailey's back.
Yes.
And you know what? He might not be the best Leon Bailey is right now because if anybody don't know, hamstring injuries is tough. And I always say they need time. They need time. But the Phoenix.
Yeah.
Warrior code.
Yeah.
Through and through. They don't play around with that. They tough. Not only tough-hearted, tough-minded, just tough individuals. Yeah. And they're going to always push through and make it work. Now, I'm interested to see a specific player in the 2 specific players in this system. I'm excited to see how Shamar Nicholson plays under the Steve identity that Steve McLaren is trying to play with. Because I believe personally his skill set it should work perfect with the way he likes to play, the runs he likes to make. Because everything's it's a tempo, it's a rhythm. It's a rhythm that you're playing with. So with balls coming in from Leon Bailey, the ground plane.
Yeah.
They call Ronaldo Cephas the ground plane. The man fast like a plane.
Yeah. The ground plane.
The ground. That's
the plane that will never fly.
The ground plane. That boy fast like a plane on the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's knocking. He's really knocking at that door to take Demarai Gray's game. And I'm just based off the way that Steve McLaren wants to play. He wants to play with pace.
Yeah.
Pace. Every time he talks about Ronaldo Cephas, he's like
that boy's fast.
Like he's like, oh my God, like I just pace. He just plays with that pace.
Want to play pace and control.
And I feel like under Steve McLaren, he can develop Cephas to that player that takes that next step in his career. Under Steve McLaren, with the pedigree that Steve McLaren has and has trained the type of ballers that he has trained a part of Manchester United, he can only get better. You know what I'm saying? Because he has the experience. In the midfield, I'm just curious to see what Isaac Hayden looks like more than anything else. I'm not really worried about anything else, just how he looks. He hasn't really played football with big man them at that level.
Yeah. It's been a while.
And if anybody know, the CONCACAF game is physical.
It's physical. He will
EPL is physical, but
he will find out.
He go find out.
He will definitely find out. He will definitely find out Thursday night in Kingston. Look, we talk about the roster, but you think it's a big issue, or how much of a factor it will play in with the US, and that the physicality of a Mikel Antonio will not be in Kingston, because that's something that they always look ahead of. How can we match up to the physicality in Kingston? You understand? He will not be there in the first leg. How much that will play into there, and knowing that their defender will probably be off the hook of one player.
Nah, for me, I look at it the other way. I look at it where they have to now restructure their game plan. Their game plan has to be different. What's different is you're not going to get that bruiser, bounce you out the way, physical type of player, but you got somebody that's goal hungry. So you got to double watch any rebounds, any missed pass. If you get If you get a sniff of that onion bag, Shamar Nicholson, Big Moses, we're right there.
And somebody that who scored 3 goals in the last quarterfinals against Canada as well. 1 in Kingston and 2 in Toronto. So he's ready. The man that, remember, he was leading goal scorer in this tournament last champion. So he know how to find an onion bag in this tournament. So it's a very, very brilliant move for Shamar Nicholson to say, hey, coach, I'm ready. Let's put me back in. You understand? Let's beat the Yanks. Let's give them a ass fine whooping at home. You understand? But, I mean, look at the back four. Is it going to be a back four or a back three? Because, Francis, so many defenders. We have two right back, 2 left back, and 5 centre half. That's 9. Including Joel Latibody. That's 10. 10 defenders. The US have around 7 defenders in their squad. You know, what we are going to smart defenders?
Honestly, I'm not even sure. That I would hope. See, that's what I was talking about. I would have hoped somebody in the media would have asked that question. Bro, this is camp after camp after camp after camp after camp after camp after trophy after tournament, and we still like. I need to know the philosophy. I just want to know the philosophy.
Yeah. Well, I like to know the blueprint and how they pick a squad.
Yeah, I just want to know what's the reasoning. You can't tell me
5 center halves.
You can't tell me that if you drop two of those center halves, you can't pick up 2 midfielders. You mean to tell me that between Jamaica and the diaspora, we ain't got 2 midfielders? If Isaac Hayden can get his passport so quick, are you trying to tell me those like a Brandon Cover, like those players, you can't get them their passport fast?
A Louis Baker.
I mean,
even a man who have played already, Jonathan Russell, you know, a man that was on farm that he said need minutes, and he went out his way and proved that he needs minutes, and he got the minutes, and he still get left out. You know, I mean, but
every coach has their philosophy, though. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
Every coach has their philosophy. Go ahead.
If I'm going to pick 2 wing backs for each side, the left or the right side, I would probably more go on the left hand side because we don't have a natural left footer in the center half, different from Ethan Pinnock. And you don't want to take Ethan Pinnock and throw him on the left back. That's totally wrong against his standard. So if you look at the right side, we have Deshaun, we have Mason Holgate that can play right back, we have King, can play in 3 positions, right back and center half, and CDM. We saw, I don't know if you watch the game, but I watched the local game against Veer and King was in the midfield. I don't know if Speed was trying to test the coach's knowledge or putting something in his head that, look, King can play there.
Didn't work though. It didn't work.
It didn't work, but
exposed a few times. It didn't work.
But I mean, but look, you know, I probably in this squad I probably would have go with 1 natural fullback. To be honest, I would have probably give Dexter Lemekisa the month off, the winter off. Like, hey, stay home and trying to just like BOYZ did. He stayed back in Russia and work on his fitness. I am personal coach. We saw Dexter Lemekisa being struggling with fitness, struggling to play 90 minutes. Yes, he was the best right back last campaign, and we got that. But that was last season. That was last campaign. But no, I think I trust Tavon Gray. I know I'm gonna get a lot of criticism, and a backlash in the comment section, but I think Tavon Gray is a better right back in this window at this moment. Remember, we have to talk on what's currently known on farming. He's the best right back right now in MLS.
I'm not going to disagree with you in terms of Tavon Gray. I think he's a sensational player for the REGGAEBOYZ and what he's doing right now in his career. Both of them young players, which is great. That means the future is bright for the REGGAEBOYZ when it comes to our defensive back line. At the same time, for me, I'm a firm believer that you can't get match fit or match sharp by sitting on the bench. You have to play matches. Now, if you get into training camp, for me personally, I'm a firm believer in training. What you do in training is what you do in the game. So if we all go to training and I beat that, you know what?
I mean, to some standard, to certain players, though. To certain players, that works. To certain players.
Like who? Like, I mean, what are you talking about? Your star players?
Yeah, well, like Eden Hazard that who train with the boots and lace.
No, but you got to think about it. Competition is good for a team that doesn't have a core yet. We technically don't have a core. We have a core set of players that we call up to every camp, but that's not the core. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you reading my mail? Like, we got a core group of players,
but
I believe we call up for camaraderie off the pitch.
Just a vibe.
On the pitch, I don't believe that we have a core group of players yet.
Yeah, I understand.
Remember, it's a new coach, new system. That core of players, Michael Hector, that was for Hargrimson. Those players have been removed for the most part.
Yeah.
It's a new system, new philosophy.
Player got removed too?
Gone.
Gone.
So at the end of the day, we got a core group of players, like I said, that come into the squad because they're used to them being in the squad. But I don't think we have a core group of players yet until every player that Coach Steve McLaren wants actually put on the jersey, whether in training or in games, and play. And then he can pick from, all right, for the next camp, I want this, I want that, I want that. Obviously, barring injuries. If there's no injuries, he gets to see all the players play for him in his system. Then he gets a good idea of, okay, this is the style of play I want to have. This is my plan A, my plan B. And some people are going to be hurt. But the thing about it that they have to understand, you don't want to join a team just off the fact of we need to make up numbers. You want to be on the team based off the fact that you're good enough to be there. There's so many good players on the team. Yeah, man. I really got to go in here and play at my best to make this national team. That's what I would like for the Reggae Boys going forward.
Yeah.
What do you say?
No. I can't disagree with anything what you said. I cannot. You said it perfectly correct, my friend. You understand? But we're talking about the back four earlier. What's the prediction? I will go with my back four, to be honest. Tavon Gray. Because uncertainty around Ethan Pinnock, I will go with Tavon Gray. Amari Bell, both wing backs, and I will go with Nanalo, and I will go with Deshaun Bernard, because look, I just believe that as much as the three center halves, I'm not talking about King, because King is so cool and composed. It's like he's too calm on the ball. He's like he's going to make a mistake, but he's not going to give away the ball. But when I look at it, I have to be speaking the facts. King will not start over those three center halves. But if Ethan Pinnock cannot play on Thursday, Nanalo and Deshaun Bernard have to play for me. I just don't know if I can trust Nanalo and Mason Holgate together, because as much as Deshaun Bernard is a little bit just like Damian Lowe, they can be a little bit rational. I think they can make that perfect duo, and why? They have played together already. So I don't want to really go into this game without a really good unit that don't have the understanding between each other on the pitch. Over to you.
I have a video coming out where I'm breaking down my lineup, so I want to let the cat out the bag. Well, hold on. What I am going to do is I'm going to give you a preview. You know what I'm saying? Because you my guy. You my guy. I rock with you. I'm going to give you a preview. For me personally, I can't have too erratic, too unreasonable, too savage tacklers as my center back. It will never happen. You crazy. 10 man down is all I see. That's all my eyes see. It's red. Somewhere in that game is going to be.
Deshaun Bernard have been playing really well in the championship this season, man.
Yes, but he has had some very questionable tackles, in my opinion. That's how he's always played. He's always played.
World Cup.
especially with his arms, he liked to arm lock people, hit them in the head, and weird. But anyways, I personally you'd have to have somebody that's evenly balanced, and I feel like Mason Holgate's been playing a lot for West Brom. He's been evenly keel steady.
He's only fit true center half at the club.
I think if Ethan Pinnock is a no-go for Thursday, then it would have to be for me Deshaun Bernard and Mason Holgate. Now, the reason why I say that, because if you're gonna be doing something new, let's just go all the way new. Let's just do it. Let's just go all the way new.
So you said a Mason Holgate and a Nanalo.
And I'm not. No. Deshaun
Deshaun
Bernard.
Bernard.
That's what I'm saying. The whole idea of like that staple of like Damian Lowe in that back line for me. If we're gonna go new, let's just go something new. And this is no disrespect.
Yeah.
This is no slight at Damian Lowe. I'm making it out there because players can be a bit sensitive. It's not the issue. The issue is, I believe that would make better sense. If we're gonna go new, let's just go new.
Yeah.
Let's try something new. If Ethan is not out, let's do something. Maybe you have something there.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't. But at least you know that you can pull Damian Lowe off the bench if Mason Holgate or Deshaun Bernard is not playing the way you think they should. But you can go to you can make that change because you have the ability to. You have the depth on the bench. You brought 9 defenders. You better change them if they ain't playing good.
4. So who will be the wing backs?
I mean, honestly, between Dexter, Tavon, Amari, and Greg, you can pick a name out the hat, man. They steady. For me, they steady. Anyone you go with,
I'm cool. I realize in this prediction thing, I understand. You say you have a video coming out, me not gonna pressure. He's a politician today. Yeah, but he did not answer my question. He's a politician today. But let's get past it because you have a video dropping.
Yeah,
we respect that.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do the prediction thing because you said you have a prediction videos coming out. I don't want to let too much out of the bag. You understand? But I mean, midfield. When you look at the midfield, a Tyreek McGee, he's like Hayden. Help me. Kira Anderson and Casey Palmer. That's 5. You have
and Joe
Latibody. You have McKenny, you have Johnny Cardoza, you have all these players in the midfield. You have Yunus Musa. I mean, when you look at their midfield, their players are playing in the Champions League. We saw what Musa did in the Bernabeu. You understand? We saw what Johnny Cardoza is doing in Europe. Those three midfielders that I call, they all playing in Europe. Is it at the Champions League, the Europa League, or the Europa Conference? They are in top division. But do we have what it takes to get past it? But I need to answer it, then I go to the second part of the question.
We do. We do have what it takes. For me, it has to come down to a team game. If we can play together as a unit, especially in that midfield.
Go flat across the line, or we go with a diamond shape, a triangle shape in the midfield. You want like that Jurgen Klopp with a Wijnaldum, an Endo and a Fabinho in the midfield, someone that just spread the wings across.
I wouldn't flat it out.
You wouldn't flat it out.
I wouldn't flat it out. No, because our wingbacks, they have the ability to do more than what wingbacks are supposed to do, which is defend the wingback position. So I believe that if you put in the diamond, if you flat it out, you put in too much gap areas.
Yeah.
Too much areas. These areas here.
The book is out.
If you flat it, FTB, man, Francis Tactical Board, check it out.
I side.
In these areas right here, you don't want these open areas. So if you flat out, so if you do the diamond, like you said, you gotta give a player an area to cover and to be in control of, and they have to win their duels, right? They got to win their duels. They got to win their the individual matchups, but still having the team in mind. Because oftentimes, for me, it's a struggle to watch our players play so individual.
Yeah,
like
play this
it's a we instead of an I,
Yeah, we are not playing together. We're not. Look, the thing is, Francis, we're going to come up against a team. Once they hear the anthem, there's some. Don't you even realize that about the US men's national? It doesn't even matter if it's the US men's national team. It's any sports when you representing America. Once you hear the anthem, it's something. Like when we eat chicken KFC on a Friday night, you want more. You understand? You just want more. That's what it's like, a drug. That's passion. But we're going to have to fight. But Bobby Reed, let's talk about him because he is the missing link in the midfield.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Bobby Reed will be he is the one that willing to sacrifice his game to cover up for his teammate. But we realize that he cannot do it alone. So now that missing link is missing, we're going to have to combine together and close up the shop and work with socks off. So who will be that Bobby Reed in the midfield? Will we play with a natural creative sparks, or will we go to a double pivot, or three workers in the midfield?
I'm nervous, and you guys can say whatever you want. Mahawk weak, whatever. That don't bother me at all. I got crocodile skin. That's the least of my worry. What I'm worried about, that you should be worried about, my people, is the fact that we seen Casey Palmer and Tyreek McGee at the National Stadium play together, and it was terrible.
Disjointed.
So again, it's kind of the same thing.
What?
It's the same thing up front. It's either gonna be Casey Palmer and Tyreek McGee. So yes, Bobby the Corva Reed is definitely missing because he's the tempo. He plays with a tempo. Tyreek McGee plays with a tempo. So those are the things that now the coach gonna really have to get in his coaching bag, because we've seen them. Yeah. We've seen them. We have footage. Tyreek McGee and Casey Palmer. We're not making this up, Nick. We've seen it. Yeah, we can say the game was what it was. You're gonna have new players in, like you're gonna have Leon Bailey maybe on the right side of the field. If Damari is healthy, Damari on the left side. But really the change in the midfield that's different is Isaac Hayden.
Yeah, Isaac Hayden.
So can Isaac Hayden provide that enough balance so that both Tyreek and Casey...
Did you saw the photos that came out on the Instagram with the JFF? Did you, when you saw Isaac Hayden, did you got goosebumps like, yes, he's ready? Did you got that feeling?
For me personally, yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, I'm more curious
about, like, yeah, man.
It's for what the coach is going to do. I'm really on the tactical.
Like you're with the coach, but you're not 100% with his structure.
No. I'm with the coach. What I'm most curious about is the strategy, and the
structure
mixed with the formation. Yeah, that, because it's important. Because if he doesn't start to build that foundation, right? The foundation has to be built well. You know what I mean? He's taking over from a team that went to the Copa America, scored the first goal in the Copa America. You know what I mean? It went to turmoil. Then you went right into another tournament with a whole new coach that really doesn't know any of the players. It's what this is what the fourth game he's had with the players.
Yeah, this game was to be the fifth game. Yeah, the Marion God still a babysit me.
You know much time personally, whenever they show the camera, he looks down to the end of the bench and he's just like,
yeah,
I don't know none of those guys down there, you know. Like, I want to call somebody, but I don't know none of those guys. You know who he knows though? He knows two people. He knows the ground plane, and he knows Kaheem Dixon. Boy, he know them two players. He looked at the end of the bench. He's like, yeah, come, time, come. Look, you come, yeah, man, forward.
They said the carbon dioxide for the world. What? Yeah, man. Kaheem Dixon, man, carbon dioxide, man. But I mean, moving on, to the final third, we said, let's throw on everything outside. What happened in the last two home games, especially the last game where our fans didn't see any shot on target. The only little glimpse of magic we saw is when he brought on Kaheem Dixon. He gave that little flash of brilliance. The ball barely shaved the right post. That was the only thing. But 2 games now at home, yet to go. Hey, it's all we are here. BBC, throw your man around this up, back this up. That's our goal throughout the entire group stage. Now, Big Bowser, was the leading goal scorer last campaign. 3 goals last campaign in this round. Yeah, we know the Canadian team had an interim coach, Mauro Biello. It's not the same. This is Mauricio Pochettino. former Espanyol, former Tottenham at Spurs, a former Paris Saint-Germain, you understand, a former Chelsea coach as well. You know, frontline, you know, Leon Bailey is back. You know, I see you what, go on, DJ.
That's why I was gonna say to you, it's a coaching matchup to me because it's really Pochettino versus Stephen Clare.
We're going to get there. We're going to get there. So let's work on the final third. You know, where we're going to hit them, or what is the best place to attack through this US backline, especially with a rattled backline where there's no surgeon desk on the right hand side, but you have a young fella over there, you know, named Scaly, someone that I don't think he wants to see another Cephas, because what happened in Arlington, Texas, in the Nations League, he's gone. You understand? He's gone. But what to expect? You know, I talked to Daniel yesterday and he's like, I'm not really going to expect a lot from Leon Bailey. I'm just going to leave it as it is. If he perform, he perform. But for not playing for the national team, Francis, for just 12 months, it's just a year now. This period where he played the last game, last campaign. You think that emotional is in him, that passion, he want to bring something and prove the fans wrong, that look, what all you have said over the last 12 months, everything is here to get thrown out, and I'm going to make amends of what I have done and what I have said in previous.
100%. 100%. The lovers never left wanting to play for Jamaica, represent Jamaica. He's Jamaican through and through, Leon Bailey. Like, he loves his country, he loves to play for him. But you got to understand, if you don't stand for something, you fall for everything. So at some point in your life, you got to make a stand, and you got to willing to take whatever comes with making that stand. Now, in making that stand, some changes have happened. Let's be honest, some changes have happened for the national team. Some spoken about publicly, and some that are coming out now. So it's all about your relationships, right? The relationships that you have. I said already, your how do I put this? Your best players are used to being treated a certain way. They expect a certain type of treatment. Not saying that this is what Leon Bailey expects. Just make that disclaimer. But when your coach relies on you, but just turn his back and throw you under the bus, it makes it an uneasy relationship because you don't know what is coming. I said that a long time ago. That was the cardinal mistake that Coach Parkinson made. If you've ever been in a locker room, any locker room situation, it's sacred in the locker room. It's sacred in the locker room. And he did, again, you as the gaffer, you've got to take the bullet on that one.
Yeah, he's a captain of a ship. You have to sink with it. You got this.
Even if the people
you got to take that bullet. Yes. And I think you have rubbed Leon Bailey wrong. You have rubbed Leon Bailey wrong. But I mean,
so now with McLaren coming in, McLaren seems to the type of person that has open dialogue. It's free to talk to him. He's a free spirit. You can have a conversation with him. You could tell him what happened. And also, what makes it even better, all those things that Leon Bailey was talking about, he believes 100% should be done. Yeah. So again, you go on the side of your most talented player, one of the most talented players in CONCACAF. Let's be for real. You side with them. With siding with them, you get the best out of them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Brother.
You don't have to even think about it at all. So with Leon Bailey coming into the squad, he's more than motivated. And he's not trying to prove the fans nothing.
Yeah.
To me, he ain't trying to prove nothing to the fans. He's literally going in there and just playing his game.
I think, with his performances that he have done in the last few months in the EPL and also in the Champions League, it's still an onerous issue at Villa Park. But now he's wearing the black, green and gold, and I think this is the perfect way to kickstart your career. What a write-up will it be if Leon Bailey can get the better of Christian Pulisic. We have already heard the comparison, with Christian Pulisic, that look, he have done really well. You know, understand? He's got what 25 goals involvement in what 51 games last season for AC Milan. Broken Ricardo Kaka record of having double digit the first midfielder in AC Milan to do that. You know, so and he had a fantastic season last campaign. I know he started the season really well, scoring against some big games. You understand, scoring in the Milan derby against Liverpool. You know, he turned up big in the Bernabeu. So he have been playing really well. You know, so if Leon can get the better of his biggest rival, I say, I don't think Alfonso or Jonathan is Leon Bailey biggest rival. Remember, this rival is coming back from all the way in Germany. Borussia Dortmund versus Bayer Leverkusen once when they were a team, you know. So looking at it, man, Leon has to step up. He has to step up, and I heard a lot of people said, you know, it might be that he started on the bench. There's no way Leon Bailey can start on the bench when Demar Gray is probably 60% fit, still probably nursing that muscle injury. We don't know where he's at, and this is an issue. This is a big cloud that covered this Reggae Boy squad. A lot of players are not really well in terms of if it's not injured, it's not enough minutes on the grass. The only player that we had are the coach pick in this squad that you say is playing out of his skin is Ethan Pinnock and Amari Bell, playing really well for their club team. You understand? And then if the MLS season was still around, you would have called Andre Blake, but he's not playing football at the moment. You know, I mean, but yeah. Talking about the matchups now, I think this is going to be a very tactical battle. I think it's going to be not a very bossy game, not a very flashy game, but a very slow tempo game, trying to figure out each other out. And I think it's which team take the opportunity, and the team that makes the list mistakes going to win this game. If not, it's just going to be a deadbeat boring game. This is what I think.
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. There's too much on the line. There's too much on the line, man. There's a ticket. There's an instant qualification to the 2025 Gold Cup, Summer Gold Cup at SoFi. And it's also like you get into that next round to get closer to winning the trophy.
Yeah. And they won it 3 years straight. They won it 3 campaigns straight now.
So there's a lot on the line. And this is the team that you kind of want to send a message to the rest of, you know, the finalists that are competing, that we're taking down the USA and good luck when we see you. That's really the message that should be sent. And it is a tactical battle 100% with these players. And right now everybody kind of banged up at this time of the year. For the most part, everybody carrying a little knocks here and there. So there's nothing really. We can't start to, like, I wouldn't say to start to rely on the excuses of we're not sure if, how the feel is gonna be, who's healthy and whatnot. We just gotta go out there and just play, man. We gotta put all that behind us and just play. Do the best we can with what we have. And if you're good enough to help you out there to run, get out there. Also, Leon Bailey, I don't really see him coming off the bench.
It's literally can't. It's a no-nonsense question to ask. Look. Steve McCarran have talked so many good stuff about Leon, about, you know, the good relationship that they had off the field. You know, they talk regularly, you know, before he even got selected. So I think the relationship is really strong. Leon also spoke about it as well, you know. But what I think is that the last two teams that came to the office, you know, Francis, they sat back, the Cuban and the Honduras. But the Cuban sat back for 90 minutes, but the Honduran sat back for 5 to 10 minutes. And they're like, whoa. This team is not doing nothing. And what they did, they set the tempo ablaze. And from there, they just start to overload us in the wing position. And we just never retain back the ball 100% in that game. So, the US, I think we have to draw first blood. We have to draw first blood. And if
it's always good to draw first blood. It's always good to draw first.
Pochettino will have this in his back of his mind. His first competitive game. He will not want to lose this game that's coming, because if he loses this game, yes, he have a second leg that, you know, him can try to fix things, but the backlash, the media that's going to come down on him, that's going to be a little bit scary. And can this team, the US team, recover from a defeat in the office coming Thursday? You understand? So that's why very important for us to get ahead of them as the whistle blow. Don't give them any time to settle. Let them know that, look, give them two jab on them nose like, hey, it's a bloody warfare. You understand? It's not going to be an easy walkover. So we have to make sure that we go first and in this game. And Steve McCarron must set up the team that in the first 30 minutes, we don't want to see, yeah, feel out the coach or feel out the tactics. It's our yard because you see, when we go up in a Missouri, it's hell broke loose. The man they only lose one game in a more than 50 years in a Missouri. Francis, they have a devastated record up there that they only lose one since 1957.
Right.
You understand? So it's going to be a cloudy day in Missouri. So our back is already going to be against our. So when the man they bring it, they don't have much Jamaican live up in a Missouri, brother.
They did that purposefully, huh?
You understand? But let's spend the last 5 minutes look at the US men's national team. You know, Tim Weah will miss the first leg. The man that scored on us in the last game that we played in the World Cup qualifier. Josh Sargent, you know, just cannot stay fit for Norwich. Ajay, you know, missed out. You know, he got injured. You know, he rolled his ankle in the last minute of the game with Coventry. Des is still recovering from, you know, an ACL injury. Giorena injured for Dortmund. I don't know. This fella, his club career is just a broken glass. But Carter Vicker, you know, for Celtic, you know, he pulled up because he has a toe injury. You know, Luca Della Torre, he rolled his ankle for Celta Vigo. Chris Richards, hamstring injury is uncertain. He's in the squad, but yet to prove full fitness to start in the game on Thursday. And the big news, Tyler Adams is out there managing his workload. Let's start on Tyler Adams, the Bournemouth player. You know, we know that he has struggled with multiple injuries over the last few years. You know, is it the best situation to leave out at Tyler Adams when you already got beaten in Guadalajara in your last game, when you sent home all your big guns and the fans said you're not treating this rival as if it's just a friendly? No, it wasn't just a friendly. Mexico-US is a rival game. It doesn't matter if it play on a dirt field or it's a five-a-side scrimmage, it's a rival. But Tyler Adams, the El Capitano, the man that glue the midfield together, is not in the squad because of workload and managing his workload. What do you think on that? You know, he's missing in these two games.
Well, listen, man, I say it all the time. These clubs are doing the best they can to, one, help to facilitate national teams, but at the same time, man, they're making huge investments, millions of dollars investments into these players. And the goal is to either not get relegated or try to win a title. So if none of those is happening, like, you're not going anywhere. You got to stay here. And if he's working as hard as he is, it's tough. Nick, it's tough. It's tough for US to lose somebody like Tyler Adams. But if he's just not healthy, if his club feels like, you know what, we need to get more out of him for this season,
Bournemouth
it is what it is, man.
As well. They're flying.
What?
They're flying. You know, I mean, but where should I go? No, but look, this is a big matchup that I want to the people to listen and look out for. Leon Bailey going down on that right hand side. He will coming up against the one of the best left back in the English Premier League, Anthony Robinson. This man is a jet. He have only dispossessed in the Premier League only 5 times this season. Yeah, he have only dribbled past in the Premier League 8 times already. This guy is one of the best left back. How is this guy still at Fulham?
No idea. I asked myself the question, how?
He's one of the best, man. You know, but I mean, I guess, you know that he's a Liverpool born, he's a Scouse. I think with a Robertson, you know, going down in a decline, I think this will be a perfect fit for Liverpool. But let's talk about the matchup though. This will be a perfect matchup for Leon Bailey. This will give Leon Bailey a perfect test. Just like how he did against Alphonso Davies in that game. Even though Alphonso Davies was playing a little bit higher up the pitch on our Mara Bailey team, but Anthony Robinson is not a fluke. This guy, Francis, this guy, let me give you this. In the last game that we played in the semi-final. This guy have touched the ball 147 times. That tells you everything. That
Just on the
yes,
ball,
yes,
dynamite.
he is their outlet. He is their outlet. And when I listen to all that generation, that players that played on the wing, I listened to that Gary Neville, not the Gary Neville, the Beckham and Ray Ferdinand podcast, and he have said,
Yeah.
look, Gary Neville was the perfect partner for me on that right hand side. Why? Because he have always making those runs down the wing to for me to get the space so I can get that one little sniff of room to get the ball in the back of get the ball across in the box. But Gary know that he will never get the ball, but he constantly making those runs and the sacrifice that he put in. And this is what Anthony Robinson have done to Christian Pulisic. So now I'm saying, who is doing that for Leon Bailey?
That's what I've been saying from the beginning. Team game, play for each
Somebody
other.
have to sacrifice.
Matter of fact, I was gonna ask you a question. Hold on, I was gonna ask you a question. Who overlaps better, Dexter or Tavon? I'll let you answer.
I would say Dexter overlap in the last times when he was on farm. He's one that overlap more.
I like when you said that. You the politician now. Last time when he was in form. You tried to sneak that one by. Gotcha. The last time I checked, when I watched Nicaragua, I did not see Tavon overlap. But I could be wrong. I'll go back and watch. But I didn't see him overlap in that game. Maybe there was no overlapping opportunities.
You see, at this part of the video, I'm going to attach a video where Greg Lee are overlap on a square ball for Oxford against the game where them play against All City Tuesday. I'm going to send you the video when I'm finished. But it's going to attach to this so the people them can see it right now. Two crosses. The man are overlap. We never see them thing there. Yes, he overlapped in the game against the US, but it was a run in the back post. It wasn't a cross in. Francis, the center forward that we have right now in our chamber, Mikel, Romare Williams, and Shaman Nicholson. Are they 5 foot? Are they 5 foot? Under 5 foot? They are all over 6'1". So why are we not getting more balls in the box? Why we're not getting any cross in the box?
These are the questions that I'd ask you.
We have target players. We have target players.
I'd have to ask you, like, what's going on with the crosses, man? We don't see no crosses.
Yeah,
what's happening? Are you guys not training on that? Not working on it?
You know, I mean, we don't really want to drag it out. Let the people, know that we're going to close it right now. And look, it was a really good chat. You understand? It was a really good chat. I mean, you have anything that you want to say before we close out the Morning Insider Show? This is the longest Morning Insider Show, by the way. This is the longest. Yeah, this is the longest.
And listen, I'm not just here to be on the panel. I watch, I comment, I like, and I subscribe. So you should do the same to the Morning Insider. But definitely big up to all the people out there, man. I hope you enjoyed this football talk. I hope you enjoyed us breaking down the game. There's more to come because as the game... Acapella too. We didn't talk about it. We just got up here and we just talking football, man. We just bouncing, good energy, good vibes off one another, and giving you all the best breakdown of these two legs that we possibly can for US versus Jamaica, and giving you our idea. At the end of the day, the game still has to be played. Mm-hmm. We're gonna watch it, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna see how right we were. Where did we miss off? Where we didn't miss off. So stay tuned for that, because we're gonna run it back after these two legs for sure.
Yes, we're going to talk more about
it. Next Sports Talk, Francis, appreciate y'all. Check out the platform. And listen, man, the new show, FTB.
Hey, I watch the first episode. I have 2 that I put in to watch later. Already, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to add it on the TV right now while I'm editing, the rest of 2 videos that I have editing. But, I love that side of you understand? You could see that by you doing more and more content, you're evolving into the space. You understand? Things are getting better. It's upgrade. You understand? Your phone, it takes a time for it to upgrade. So when you reach that limit, it's going to upgrade. You understand? So just like how we upgrading and we are evolving time, we need the fans then to analyze the game and evolve with the time as well. You understand? So people, this is the Morning Insider Show. We are out. We bouncing. Yeah? Full up the stadium.